Alrightio. Okay, everybody. Ozmankollects63 here, and this is Relax and Read, where we take a bit of time to chill out, just relax, and have a crack at reading some of these digital comics we've got on VeVe. And if you're not familiar with what VeVe is, it's basically a digital collectors platform. They have all licensed IP, ranging from Marvel to Disney, to all sorts of different things. You've got Coca-Cola, they've got Postal Service, got all sorts of bits and pieces. Hey, D. OAD, let's go. Thank you very much. So, like I said, this is all live, so I'm kind of learning this as I go. So anything can happen. So thanks for joining me, G. And it is Friday here in the UK. It is currently 8:30 at night. So I've got my trusty Spider-Man glass here for my trusty Pepsi Max because I'm not a drinker. So I'm going to say cheers to a Friday, whether that be your Friday's ending or just getting towards the end of it. So you've made it, or you're just about there. So hang in there. So yeah, let's get into this comic. So last episode I didn't actually have a dual monitor, so this time I've actually got two monitors, so I can actually see the comments here and I can actually read at the same time. So if I go share here, right, you should be able to see my screen. And this is what we're going to be tackling today. So today we have. Here we go. Aha, here we go. We have What If, starring Spider-Girl. And, push the wrong button. So, what? Yeah, this is what happens when everything goes live. That's what I want. Right, bear with me a second. Here we go. Right, what I meant to do was this. Aha, look, zoom feature. Now we can get right in on these covers and text and do all sorts of cool stuff. So we'll just briefly go over what we've got here. So we've got What If starring Spider-Girl. So this is What If number 105, which is the first appearance of Mayday Parker, which I believe is the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary J. Parker in an alternate universe. But we'll go over that a bit more in just a second. So D says, oh, hang on. There we go. Got to get used to having two monitors here. There we go. There's a beautiful cover. It's got a small stack of common and uncommon. Of course, love the UR and rare. Absolutely. Especially that rare, which what we'll do is we'll go back over here. We'll do zoom in again. Actually, maybe not zoom in, but we'll scroll down. So scroll down. We've got all the different variation covers here we have on VeVe. We've got our common over here, which is your standard common cover. Your uncommon, which is the black and white variant cover. Now the rare. Now the rare looks particularly nice because that's a sketch variant. Look, we can even zoom right in on that. Check that out. Very, very nice. Hopefully it's not too pixelated with me zooming here, but that is a very, very nice sketch variant. And of course, we've got our ultra rare, which is of course my favorite. Hey, we got Evolved in the house. So bear with me a second. I've got to get used to having two monitors here. We've got Evolved. Thanks for joining us, buddy. So hope you're keeping well in the world. And Dad Life is treating you well. Back to what I was saying here. So we've got the and our secret rare, which is a nice action shot of the interior panel from inside the comic book, which we will see shortly. And just before I begin, I just want to do a quick shout out to the VeVe Collective. We've got a couple of our members here with us today, and also that's what this episode is brought to you by, the VeVe Collective. In case you're wondering what that is or what's this word we keep throwing around, the VeVe Collective is basically a collectors group where a whole heap of us came together and decided we wanted to create a group, kind of like our own little Avengers, so to speak. So great by ourselves, but when we come together, we're unstoppable. And we wanted to create basically a safe space to sort of like share our love of collecting and digital NFTs and collecting, and just what is VeVe? D says, what is VeVe? That is the exact spiel that I'm just giving right now. So VeVe is basically, in a nutshell, it's a safe space where we basically just talk about collecting, share, and it's a nice little geek out session. And that's where the creation of our X Spaces came from, or formerly known, or the artist formerly known as Twitter, where we do VeVe Wednesdays and VeVe Weekends, which is on 8 to 10 Pacific Standard Time for VeVe Wednesdays on Wednesday nights, and VeVe Weekends is 12:30 to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time on Sunday afternoons. So if you're able to make any one of them in the Twitter Spaces, please do so. Anyway, that's my little bit of spiel. So let's get into this comic. So now we get used to having two monitors here. Here we go. So we have What If number 105. So it is published by Marvel. Start year is 1989. There are 30,000 editions of this comic. And yeah, it's a 26-page comic, so there's going to be plenty for us to go through. And as I said, we've gone through the variant covers, and let's dive into a little bit about who Mayday Parker is. So if I go right back to the top here because I didn't save my page, and I was just going through it right. So this is going off the Marvel database fandom site thing here. So just do a brief little spiel, brief little overview. May Parker, so she's from Earth 982. And just a brief history. So Mayday Parker is the first child of Peter and Mary Jane Parker. In a future alternate universe, Peter and Mary Jane were reunited with their baby daughter by Kane, who found the child living with Allison Modgrain, the con artist who had kidnapped the baby on the instruction from the Green Goblin. Ooh. After they were reunited, Peter lost a leg during a horrific battle with the Green Goblin. And after the battle, Peter was offered a bionic replacement from Mr. Fantastic and considered it a wake-up call and decided to retire and focus on being a husband and a father. For years, they chose to keep their past from Mayday and hoped that she wouldn't develop powers of her own like her father. Well, pretty sure we all know how that turns out. So yeah, that's just a brief little introduction to the character. If you want to know more, please go to the Marvel database or have a good old look on Wiki. That's always a good one. And yeah, let's raise a glass. Happy Friday, everybody. And let's get into this comic. So let me just queue up my bits and pieces here, because like I said before, this is all live, so anything can happen. So this is our first page. So let's kick this off with a little bit of music. And I think today we're going to have this one. There's a good sweet spot, I think. Love it. D says, happy Holla Friday, everybody. All right. Hopefully that music's not too loud. Everyone's chilling with me. Okay, let's get into it. So this is page 1. So I've got my trusty zoom function here so we can get right in on the text. Good level of music, says D. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can do a bit of chilling. Oh, I've got to check one last setting before I get into this. Make sure I got it all right. Yep, sweet. All right, let's get into it. So we have What If, starring Spider-Girl. And of course, this is the ultra rare cover by Ron Lin and Idris Silva. I probably said that name wrong, but either way, it's a beautiful cover. I love the way the oh, hang on. That's better. Sorry, I just didn't have my comments up, so I can't see if anyone's talking to me. Like I was saying, I love the way the cover pops on this one with the purple, and it's just like she's jumping off the page at you, ready to just smack you in the face with that webbing, saying, "Look out! Here comes a Spider-Girl." Righto, let's get into this. So, page 2. So also tell me if I'm zooming in too much or if it's a bit blurry. So I'm still playing with the zoom function, but so far it's looking all good. So Superstar Money Colors, exactly. Yeah, Superstar Money Colors, love it. Right. Instinctively, you glance at the game clock, confirming what you already know. Time is running out, and the Hollows Court Crusaders still lead by a single point. Even as the home court crowd roars in encouragement, you feel a sudden chill, as if more than a simple game were at stake. As if tonight were destined to mark a major turning point in your life. Such thoughts are soon forgotten as the Crusaders' top scorer suddenly breaks towards the basket. She aims, shoots, and no good! You want to shout as your outstretched fingers grasp the ball. Mayday, stagger the rebound! Go, go, go! Shouts the crowd. The final seconds tick away as you race down the court. Stop her! Shut her down! And that's when you begin to feel it. A strange tingling sensation in the back of your skull. which seems to guide you like some uncanny sixth sense as you zigzag past your desperate opponents. Oh, my bad. Nothing can stop you now. You're in the zone. Page 2. She's in the zone. She's going for it. And she shoots. And look at that. Slam dunk. It's like boom shakalaka if you're familiar with NBA Jam. And it says Stan Lee presents Legacy. You're feeling loose and slamming heat. Bam! Your name is Mayday Parker, and today is the first day of the rest of your life. Like we haven't heard that one before. So it's a little bit about the writers here. So writer I think is Tom Defalco and Ron Frenz. Script, plot, pencils, etc., etc. If you want to look that out yourself, check it out in the comic book. If you decide to go pick one up in the market, which we'll cover a little bit later. All right, page 4. Springing to their feet, the crowd erupts in a wild applause as the final buzzer sounds, and you're caught in the euphoria of the moment. Yay, she's won the game. Good job, May. But unknown to you, your parents huddle and whisper in the bleachers. Peter, nobody can jump that high. Nobody normal. Don't leap to rash conclusions, Mary Jane. That last panel would have been a dope cover, says... Yeah, actually it would have been a dope cover, says Evolved. I'm sure there's an explanation, says Peter. It's like, no, she's got your genes, mate. Just deal with it. Then you don't think she's... Of course not. I've been watching for the signs ever since she was born, says Peter. Now, come on. This is nothing for us. Sorry, some of the words are a bit blurry. I think this is because it's an older comic, but let's read on. They move slowly because of your father's chronic limp, and you have time to shower and change. Way to go, young lady, says Mary J. It was pretty impressive. Any idea how you managed it, says Mary J. Trying to pro for her answers. Don't I wish you're taking a college scholarship if I nailed that move? Maybe even a shot at the pros? The strange tingling unexpectedly returned, but you don't know why. You alright, May? You suddenly look a little pale. There's a creepy figure lurking outside the window there. Who could it be, we wonder? Let's read on. Page 5. Uh-oh. Spidey senses are tingling. Something's happening here. I guess I'm okay, she says. My spider senses is tingling, is warning me of danger, says Peter. It's passing, but oh no, that's that puzzled expression on May's face. Did she feel it too, he thinks? Hi, Doctor and Mrs. Parker. Yo, girlfriend, I ran into Brad and Moose and invited them to join our victory celebration. David Kirby is a teammate and one of your closest friends, and Brad Miller is, well, he's simply Brad. Enough said. I think we've all got a friend like that. Sounds cool, David, but I already made plans with Courtney and Jim, you know, from the science club. No need to miss a party on our account, May. You belong with your teammates tonight. Yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Don't bounce on me, guys. We can all hang together. Like that'll even happen. We're going to a party, not a computer seminar. Moose is right, May. It's just going to be the girls from your team and a few football players. Whoops, too close. You expect Moose to be rude? The guy's head butted one goalpost too many, but you have higher hopes for Brad. Oh man, this is so unfair. So many to May, especially since she's totally into Brad. That Neanderthal, you've got to be kidding. That Neanderthal? That's a big word, Neanderthal. I think I'll pass on tonight's party, guys. Maybe next time. Suit yourself, May. We'll catch you whenever. As you turn away, you wonder if Brad's eyes are clouded with regret or annoyance. Ah, too bad, Brad. I want to say hydration, but not really. All right, let's get this zoom out of the way. All right, page 6. Hope everyone's enjoying the experience so far. So feel free to leave a comment, or let me know how I'm doing, or if you want to see anything improved or worked upon. All feedback is greatly appreciated, so I can help build on the experience. But let's read on. Our daughter obviously takes after you a lot, more than me. I'd say her biggest problem is that she's a bit too popular. Maybe, but I'm a little worried about the traits she might have gotten from you. Were we wrong to keep secretly from her? I really can't say, says Peter. All I know for sure is that I'd do anything to keep her safe and ensure her happiness. I still remember the day I first held her. She was such a little miracle. I wanted to spend every waking moment with the two of you. But I had other responsibilities. At least I thought I did. Cue the Spider-Man suit. It's almost funny how things eventually worked out. May was only 2 years old when I had my final confrontation with Norman Osborn, the original Green Goblin. That battle cost him his life, and I lost, any desire to continue my dual identity. That's very modest. He's saying he lost his leg in the fight and got a bionic one, as we found out earlier. Since I was no longer Spider-Man, I didn't see any reason to burden her with the knowledge of my past. That's exactly what I thought, until tonight. Bum bum bum. Page 7. As nights go, you've had better, Jimmy. Is sulking about something, and Courtney has a mad one for anyone who's ever played a team sport. I'm telling you, Court, you don't know them. You're so right, Miss May. All I have to go on is the way they treat people like Jimmy and me. That's better. And besides, they're stupid and they smell. You turn towards Jimmy, hoping to enlist his aid, when suddenly you feel that tingling again. But this time it's different. Sharper. Like someone's about to throw a goblin bomb at you. More intense. No, intense? More insistent. That's the word. I haven't learned to read here. And though you don't exactly know why, you instinctively realize you've got to move now as the goblin bomb drops down. Now, Jimmy, Courtney, get back. All hell's breaking loose. Goblin bombs are going off. We don't know what's going on. I'm sure a spider senses is going nuts. Let's read on. Page 8. Oh, it's the big boy himself. It's the Green Goblin. Or the new Green Goblin, because as we learned earlier, the original one died. So who's this guy? May, what? What was that? If you hadn't shoved us aside. Oh my god, look. Something's someone's streaking towards us. And it's the goblin lording over them. You children needn't fear me. Not as long as the Parker girl delivers a message. Tell your father that the Green Goblin has returned and that we have unfinished business. It's always unfinished business. How does a creep like you know my dad, says May. You'd be surprised, young May. I'll meet him at the bridge at midnight tomorrow. Ha 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 ha, as he flies away. Bridge? What bridge, says May. Trust me, he'll know, says the Green Goblin. Ooh. I wonder what's going to happen. How's Peter going to respond? Let's read on. Page 9. Feeling like you accidentally stumbled into someone else's nightmare, you run all the way home. The Green Goblin? That's what he called himself. It's a case of mistaken identity, right? I mean, like, I know Dad works in a police lab and all, but try to calm down, Hotshot. Everything's gonna be fine, I hope. You listen to your mother, hon. I'm sure I can straighten this out with a few calls. Why don't you to use the phone upstairs and make sure Jimmy and Courtney got home all right. Sure, good idea, says May. Norman Osborn is long dead, and so is his son Harry, who also took on the goblin identity. But Harry and his son Normie, who should be about 17 or 20 by now. But Harry had a son, and his name was Normie, who should have been about 20 by now. His mother remarried, and I hadn't spoken to her in years. Peter Parker? Strange you called. I've been meaning to give you a howler, but things have been, well, I'd have to say they've been pretty bad around here. Liz fell ill a few weeks ago, and the prognosis isn't good. God, it is hard reading some of these text messages, these text bubbles. Normie, I hope. Nope, haven't seen him since his day he learned about his mum. Listen, Nelson, if there's anything Mary Jane or I can do, yes, I understand. So that guy was about as helpful as a ashtray on a motorbike. Let's read on. Alright, page 10. May's friends are doing alright considering the fright they had. How are you holding up, Tiger? Says May. Mary, other one. When does it end, Mary Jane? How many lives have been ruined before we've seen the last of Norman Osborn's legacy of evil? If only I don't know. There must have been something I could have done. I hope you realize this is not your fault. Oh, it isn't. Oh, isn't it? Isn't it my fault because I'm Spider-Man, or I used to be Spider-Man? Honey, for over 13 years, our lives have been gloriously normal. You and May deserve better. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right earlier when you said you should have told her. She has the right to know the madness she's been born into. Look at him looking all dramatic. It's like the madness she's been born into. She's a good girl, strong and independent. Whether else you and I might have screwed up in our lives, we did all right as parents. She can handle the truth. Besides, she has a right to know who she is, especially if her powers are starting to kick in. Oh, of course, she's sitting on the stairs. She's hearing everything. She knows what's going on. She already knows who she is, Mary Jane. She's our daughter. Everything else is just part of the entire picture. I know, Peter, and I'm telling you this. She can handle this. She can handle being the daughter of Spider-Man. Ooh. Can she handle being the daughter of Spider-Man? How is she going to process this? Let's find out on page 11. Alright. Oh, so we find out who our mystery fellow might be. The truth hurts, doesn't it, Spider-Man? You murdered my grandfather, and you killed my dad. Uh-oh. It's now up to me to avenge their deaths. It's my responsibility to reclaim their honor. So obviously this is the son, or the grandson. Deep within the... Oh, I can't read that. Into recesses of her heart, I'm certain my mother has secretly prayed for this moment. Now that she's safe from harm, I'm ready to take up the mantle of my father and his father before him. Sounds like a Jedi. At long last, I shall finally put an end to the cycle of hate which you began, Spider-Man. Well, he's got revenge written across his chest. He's ready to do it, so this must be Normie. Ooh, let's read on. Page 12. Good morning, Mr. Parker. It's been quite a while since your last visit to the Fantastic Five headquarters. Oh, is that going to check out the Fantastic Five, eh? Got 5 of them. Okay. How can I help you today? No, we got fans. We got Johnny. We got Thing. We've got she's a scroll, but I can't remember her name. And we've got a robot with a brain in it. I know that's tied to him somehow. But how can we help you? Says the secretary. I need to see the Human Torch, Roberta. It's a personal matter. Mr. Storm and the rest of the team are presently on a classified mission in deep space, Mr. Parker. I'll inform him of your visit as soon as he returns. Thanks, anyway, Roberta, but I'm afraid I can't wait. There goes my plan to ask Johnny to back me up when I confront Normie. It's funny, I still think of him as little Normie, and that could prove to be a fatal mistake. He's an adult now, and I'm sure he wants me dead. Mary Jane thinks I should turn this matter over to my precinct commander, but I just can't. My history with the Osborn is too personal for police involvement. What should I do? Where can I turn? What is he going to do? Is he going to ask for more help, or is he going to go sort it himself? Let's read on. Page 13. Oh, but before I carry on,
we interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
So if you're into Chico Roco, 3 minutes until drop. 3 minutes until drop if you're into Chico Roco. And if you're not, then maybe you should, because it's a fun, free way to get into digital collecting. So in 3 minutes, we'll get into that. Thanks for the heads up, Evolved. That was actually a few minutes ago, but I was too busy reading. Anyway, we've got a few minutes before the drop, so let's carry on. Let's get the music back on. Where's my music on? That one. Actually, let's change the music. Let's mix up a little bit. That'll do. Oh, actually, no, that one. That'll do. Right, let's get back into it. So we'll keep an eye on the clock. There's 3 minutes. Oh. If Paul says, "Oh, I like that announcement," it's good, isn't it? Okay. Carrying on, well, we've got a few minutes before the drop. So Thump is playing basketball. 20 straight swish. I used to think my athletic skills were the result of practice and training and hard work, but I'm just some freak, says Mary. Say, exactly how freaky am I, she wonders. Exploding into action, you hurl yourself from wall to wall, somersaulting and ricocheting from floor to ceiling, and push yourself like never before. So she's up all over the place, she's jumping. She knows now I've got spider senses and spider strength and all over the shop. Whoa, this is too cool, she says. Being a freak may actually be all it's cracked up to be and more. Uh-oh, that tingling's back in, and hey, it's Davida. But something tells me I better keep the lid on my powers. What's the word, girly girl? We still tight after last night? Like forever, girl. You're still my best friend, even though I gotta bounce now. Call me later. Believe it. So she's off. She's out the door. All right, and now we're coming up on 1 minute for the Chico Roco drop. So we're going to turn this into a live Chico Roco pickup. There you go. This is my homepage here. So we've got a few minutes. So this is a brief little intermission. Let's see if I can score anything this time around. So I have to say a big shout out to Evolve for getting me onto the Chico Roco project. They every day they drop a free free collectible, free NFT, and it's just a nice way to introduce somebody to the AR space. Oh, here we go. Woo! There you go. You collected a toy. Yay! What'd I get? Whoa! I got a junk box. That's pretty cool. Harmonic. Oh, there we go, guys. That was a Chico Roco drop. And then what you can do is Hang on, what if it's got view my toy? No, anyway, I'll look at it later. But yeah, that was a brief little intermission for the Chikiroko drop. Now we've done that little sidetracks out of the way. For my junk jukebox, I love it. Right, let's get the music back on and we'll get back into it. Okay, so we've read that page. Up to page 14. So we're getting there. Also, right now, currently we have 4 viewers. So I just want to thank those 4 viewers for taking the time to tune in and come chill with me. Hope you're enjoying the content. And like I said before, if you want to chuck a comment down, like or subscribe or whatever, it's greatly appreciated. Just trying something different. Don't see many people trying to read their comic books online these days. Okay, right. So where's he going now? Welcome to Avengers Mansion, Mr. Peter. Oh, so he's Fantastic Four are no shows. They're off gallivanting in space, so he's going to try the Avengers, see if they're floating around. Welcome to Avengers Mansion, Mr. Parker. I understand you're a civilian scientist employed by the Manhattan Police Department. That's right, and I'm here to consult on a current case. I'm surprised it took me so long to think of the Avengers. They've always been the all-stars of the superhero set, with members like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and even me for a while. I'm not sure who is in the current lineup, but there's always been an array of mightiest heroes on it. That's a bit blurry, I can't barely read that. So who we got? Afternoon, sir. What's the props? Okay, I recognize a couple of them. So what we got here? I want to say, I don't know, maybe it'll tell us. I know that one's Juggernaut, that's an easy one. And I'm guessing that's Jubilee of some description. I recognize that person, sort of, but if you know who it is, let me know. Say right in the comments. What was I thinking? They all seem so young. I know I'm being unfair. Heck, I was even younger when I first... Oops, hang on. Sorry, my music just died because I realized I forgot to click a button. Let's put on... What's this one? That'll do. Right, I know I'm being unfair. Heck, I was even younger when I first donned my webs. But it was a different world, a different time. Phew, I barely managed to make an exit with my dignity still intact. But I just couldn't ask those kids to put themselves at risk. Normie is my problem, my responsibility. So now he's going to be like, oh, I've got to take the whole weight of everything on top of my shoulders. I'm going to go take him on. Man to man, mano a mano, spider to goblin. Right. You realize that you've been shouting at the top of your voice and desperately trying to regain some semblance of composure. I overheard you tell Dad that I could handle it. So please, Mum, please let me handle it. All of it. Not until you change your tone, young lady, says Mary. You just don't get it, Mum, do you? The absence of truth is a lie. Thanks to you and Dad, I don't know who I am anymore. Oh, don't be so melodramatic, especially when you're quoting my lines. That's it. I don't know who I am. It's been a lie all this time. Sounds very dramatic. I'm a freak. No. You're only your father's daughter, and he was Spider-Man. But I have no idea what that means. You're right, you don't. Wait, what? I'll consider that. I'll say that it's our fault you're in the dark. If you'll cut me a little slack as I try explaining the factors behind our decision. Your mother begins to talk. Alright, page 16. Getting there. And doesn't stop until long after you've reached the attic. So that's how Dad lost his leg. That's it. Since he couldn't be Spider-Man any longer, he honestly thought we could spare you his misery. I can see how you were only trying to protect me, but you should have known it wouldn't work. Even if Normie hadn't gone crackers, the emergence of my powers would have been a dead giveaway. Besides, you can't save someone from who they are, or from the responsibility. Whoa, that is blurry as I can't read that. So basically, saves herself from becoming who she is and her responsibilities. So in other words, she's Spider-Man, deal with it. Hey, how come there's 2 different costumes here? That one belonged to your Uncle Ben. Dad used to tell me stories about him. He was a hero who died before I was born. I think it is the spider thing. I think it in this spider thing sort of runs in our family. Kind of like the Osborns and their green scene. Green scene. Mum, what will Dad do about Normie? What he always does, baby. He'll make things right. If he can. Hey, Noah's in the house. What up, Prez? Listening while driving. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you're enjoying it. So we're up to... What are we up to? Up to page 16. So May's in the attic. She's going through Spider-Man's old stuff and she's just come across Ben Reilly's costume. She's like, who's this guy? I think his costume's a bit cooler than Dad's. Right, page 17. Right, we're on the bridge. Spider-Man's having a showdown with the Green Goblin. He's looking around, saying, where are you? Better not leave me hanging, or be hiding behind a beam or something, going boo. Oh no, his spider senses are tingling. And bang! Crash! He's into it. Hello, Norman, says Peter, with the goblin hovering over the top of him. Oh, Goblin grabs him. Hello, Uncle Pete. You didn't wear your play clothes, Uncle Pete? My date was supposed to be with Spider-Man. He doesn't exist anymore, Norman, says Peter. He died the same night your grandfather died. There's no need for us to fight. It's like, of course there is. He's going to fight. I'm afraid you're wrong, Uncle Pete. You say Spider-Man is dead. You one-legged loser, but you're still breathing. But you're still breathing. Is my grandfather? Is my daddy? Says no, says Goblin. This war ends when I stand over Spider-Man's corpse. I'll get you to change into costume. I can be very persuasive. Just ask young May. Leave her out of this, Norman. It's strictly between you and me. Nope, it's a family affair, as I recall. I swear to you, Norman, I'll do whatever's necessary to protect my family. Why, Uncle Pete, I believe you. Oh, he's got a gun. So since when does Spider-Man have a gun? Is that a police special you're packing, or are you just happy to see me? Put him down, Normie. Oh God, no, says Peter. Oh God, no, isn't like, I can't believe it's this person, or oh God, no. What's gonna happen? We need some suspense music. Let's read on. Page 19. Oh no, it's Mum. It's Mary. Run, Mary Jane, run! We have nothing to fear from little Normie, Peter. We used to babysit him for him. We bounced him on our knees, changed his diapers, and read him stories. Nice try, Auntie Em, but you really should have listened to Uncle Pete. Look what he brought to the party. He understands the stakes tonight. They're killed or be killed. It's the Green Goblin versus Spider-Man to the death. As he takes the gun away. He's crazy, Mary Jane. Get out of here. It's too late for her, Uncle Pete. Too late for any of us. I'm going to give you one last chance to slip into your spandex playsuit. Do I fry Auntie M's pretty face, or do I get Spider-Man, says Goblin. Bum bum bum. What's he gonna do? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna play ball? Is he gonna become Spider-Man? Or is Mary Jane gonna cop it? But look who it is, swinging into action. You want a spider person, Normie? Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. That's a familiar line. The familiar words spring from your mouth in a nervous rush. Your words you learned at your mother's knee. Words which left a lasting impact on your father and will hopefully have a similar impact on Normie Osborn. And smash! Kicks him right across the chin. And of course, as you may recognize, that's where our secret rare cover interior panel comes from. Very, very nice. So bang, take that, Normie. What you gonna do now, sucker? That wasn't actually in the reading, I just made that up. Your mother had tried to ditch you, but you remembered a certain bridge which had figured predominantly in Spider Goblin lore. Mary Jane, is that? Pete, I told her everything, but I never thought, oh gosh, she'll be killed. So no, she won't. She's the hero of the story. Dodge the goblin zap blast is tough though. Your mother could have at least tried to be supportive. This is unacceptable, May. It's your father I need to destroy. Your father, not you. Sorry, Normie. My dad's been retired ever since your grandfather blew off his leg. Which reminds me, I heard your grandpop once arranged to have me kidnapped. I say that entitles me to a little payback. As you can see, your webbing is quite useless against me. An electro shock hand thingy. Okay, I got it. Electro hand shock thingy. I like that, very technical. Very cool. So all over the shop. I love the interior artwork on this thing. It's very nice. Look at that dramatic posing for Spider-Girl. Very cool. Page 22. So we're almost at the end. So just give me a sec while I fish my drink. And crunch my eyes. Sorry about that. Right. Ooh, 2 up. You almost gasp in wonder as you actually find yourself sticking to and running up the bridge lower chord. You were older, Normie, but we sometimes played together as kids. Why are you gunning for my dad? What's your major mad on? Injustice must be righted, young May. Agonies must be paid in kind. You mind being a wee more Pacific, she says. She's doing well keeping him talking and off balance, but she's too young, too inexperienced, says her parents, looking on terrified. I really would have tried to spare you and Auntie M, but you've given me no choice. You're going to die, little spider girl, like my grandfather, like my own father, and like my mother. What about your mum, Normie? Aunt Liz was never a part of this. How will she feel about... Shut up and stop calling me Normie. I'm the Green Goblin now. The tingling in your head blares and you leap aside, barely avoiding the razor-sharp bats. That's the good news. Unfortunately, you're not in freefall now. Cool. Little bats like batarangs. At least until you tap twice. Whoops. Wrong button. So they're falling off the bridge. So she's shooting her web spinners, so I think shooters for the first time. And what a rush, you think. You'd never felt so alive, so whole. Basketball was never this good. Alright, page 23. I think we're coming to the conclusion of our battle here. So she's got him on the defensive. She's kicking him in the back. Then again, you never put your life on the line playing hoops. We were talking about Auntie Lizzie, Normie, your mother. Leave her out of this. She's no Osborn. Grandpa never really accepted her into the family. And this is the guy you're trying to emulate, the one who dismissed your mother? Oh man, you got issues. Think about it, Normie. She raised you and loved you, and this is how you repay her? Hope you're really attached to that mask, because you don't dare show your face again. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, says the goblin, as he's about to lob another goblin bomb. At last he pulls another pumpkin bomb. Huh, what did we just say? And a smile spreads beneath your mask. Because you've been secretly keeping track of his various toys. Hubba bubba, I was beginning to think you were out of those things. So she shoots her web slinger towards the goblin bomb. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna zap it to his hand? Yep, that's what I thought. Look at that. And wraps it up into his hand. You think you had me, you idiotic child? As I've already shown you, I can easily free myself long before the delaying fuse ignites. Yada yada yada, you're a loser, Normie. A kid playing dress up who's a few donuts short of a dozen. You can't blow off my webbing with your electroshock thingy without igniting the bomb. Yes, says Peter. Go, yeah, that's my girl. Uh-oh. And in this moment, Normie realized he messed up. No, 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 no. Boom! She did it. Our little girl outfought and outmaneuvered him. It goes boom. So we'll see what's happened to Norman. Has he bit the dust? Has he lost his hand? Is he feeling really sorry for himself? I don't know. Page 25. Let's read on. Got 2 pages left. We're nearly there. You watch him plummet from the sky, oddly grateful and relatively to see that his armored costume has shielded him from any serious injury. But he's barely conscious and unable to save himself from the onrushing tractor trailer. Uh-oh, he's fallen down in front of a car. He's delirious. He's out of it. He's about to get taken out by the bloody truck. It would be so easy to let him die and finally end the cycle of hate, but I can't because I'm a hero and heroes don't do that. You have a great power and even greater sense of responsibility. Nope, there's that line. And no one will die today. You're in your zone. So she picks him up with the web, saves him from the car, picks him up and nice big smack across the face. You're feeling loose and slamming heat. Boom. Oh, Normie's down. But he's safe. So she can hammer him another day. Oh, here's all the cops. The boys in blue have all come to take him away. I know he tried to kill us, Dad, but I still feel sorry for him. Kind of stupid, huh? Hardly. Honestly, the Norman saga has always been a tragedy. Spider Girl, don't she make your little head swirl? As Norman's saying as he's losing his mind. Oh, look at that face. Yeah, he's totally lost it. My little brown-eyed Spider Girl, she does one heck of a spider twirl. Hey there goes that Spider Girl. Spider Girl, poor kid, has really lost it. I wonder whatever happened to Spider-Man anyway. Was he killed like Daredevil, or did he manage to live happily ever after? Oh, was he killed like Daredevil? Oh, in this universe, Daredevil died. Interesting. So don't tell Chris. How is Liz Nelson? That's what he's trying to say. Not well, Parker. But like they say, wherever there's life, there's also hope. And God knows hope is all we have sometimes. Hope and family. And that's the final panel from this reading, I believe. Oh wait, no, we got one more page. Page 27, the final page. If you're still with me and been listening this whole time, thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the experience. So we're down to the last page, and we're back at Spider Central here. So Peter and May's house. You spend the next few hours in a police station answering questions and making statements, but never once mentioning Spider-Girl. No one mentions her. Not even Normie, who was taken to humming as he stares at blank walls. Eventually you return home, and your family instinctively gathers for an impromptu ceremony. A farewell of sorts. Oh, that they're burning all the spider stuff. Got a nice big drum fire going on, like it's 0 degrees and you're homeless and need to stay warm. Not a word is spoken, but you can feel the weight of unasked questions. You desperately want to reassure your parents that they have nothing to fear, that everything will return to normal. But you can't. You can't predict the future. All you know for sure is that your name is Mayday Parker, and this could be the first day of the rest of your life. The end? Big question mark. And I believe that is the last page. That's it, guys. That was the final page. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that reading. So yeah. So let's go back to the beginning there. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this reading, or if you enjoyed this this comic, so you can find it here on the actually, if I just do this, actually maybe I'll do that one. That's better. So if you're interested in this comic and looking to pick it up, so you can find it on the VeVe website, which is if I can see it, which is VeVe.me, or you can just Google it. You'll find it. They have an app for the Android and Google Play Store. And yeah, I think I should tell you what. Let's do a quick market watch while I'm here. If I go, let's go that one. Again, still working with dual screens here, so bear with me. Look at this, I'm looking at all this in real time. Oh, I think I went past it. That one. So if you're looking to pick this up in the market, it is going for 2 gems and 10 frags. So, I've got D asked me, what is VeVe? That is a very good question. What is VeVe? VeVe is basically a digital collectors platform where you can basically buy licensed IP digital collectibles, and one of them being we've got they do comic books. They also do where's my mouse cursor? Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. They also do digital collectibles, ranging from let's see, we've got Marvel, we've got Lion King, and because this thing doesn't let me scroll, I can't go across, but that's okay. But we've got also a little sample of other comics they have on the platform here as well, like Fantastic Four, Star Wars, Loki, Marvel Comics #1. That's a big one. So yeah, definitely check them out. There should be a link in the description down below if you want to go check them out. I would highly recommend getting yourself an account, load some gems in, which is the in-store currency, and just pick up one for yourself. Maybe pick up this one. So 2 gems, basically the equivalent to a gem is basically equivalent to a US dollar, I guess you could say. So normally it's about 1 for 1, but depending on where you are in the world, the exchange rate could be different. I know I'm over here in the UK, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, if you're interested in that one, check it out. By all means, do so. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to hear more, leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe. Also subscribe to the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. Greatly appreciated. So we always put out content every week, whether that be our VeVe Wednesdays or Sundays Twitter Spaces, or this little adventure of my own, relax and read. If there's anything you want, if there's a comic book on VeVe, if you're familiar with it and you want me to read it, say I'm all up for the for comments and suggestions. I do have one in particular I am eyeing up at the moment, but I'll keep that as a secret. But yeah, we try and do these. I try and do this once every Friday night, and yeah, I think that's about all we got. That's about it for me, I think. So what I'll do is I'll stop sharing the screen, so that way it's just me on the screen. And that way I've got one thing. D says, "Do they have Pokemon? Do they have Pokemon?" that is a good question. There's been a lot of speculation. It could be coming. It could not be coming. I hope they do get Pokemon one day, because then that's going to be a very interesting ride. D says Days of Future Past next, quite possibly. But maybe we'll do it as like a special feature, like a double feature, or like a part one, and then do like, to be continued, then do the next part the next week. Could be a good idea. So if you like that idea, say put something down in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, guys, it's coming up to 9:25 here at night in the UK, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. But yeah, that has been this reading of What If number 105, which is the first appearance of May and Mayday Parker. If you enjoyed it, say leave us a like, leave us a comment. Haven't read it, but now I have, says Evolved. There we go. It says haven't read it, but now I have, says Evolved Collects. And that's basically the whole idea for doing this, is that like myself, like a lot of people collect these comic books on VeVe and the platform, or even in real life, and they just display them, but nobody a lot of people don't take the time to actually read them. So that's what I'm trying to do with these episodes, is encourage everybody to read the comic books that they actually amass, and even if they don't, at least there I am to sort of give like my little audible version of it, so that way you get a chance to listen to it in on it, even if my reading skills aren't overly fantastic. But again, this is also a good one for myself, like to get used to reading. As most people know, like I do have a bit of a stutter that I'm trying to overcome, so this also helps me with that, and just grows my own self-confidence. Just getting better at it every day, which is what it's all about. It's all about baby steps. So even baby steps will get you somewhere, as long as you're progressing in the right direction and always trying something new and having fun along the way. Always very important. There we go. D says thanks. I was looking forward to hearing the next one. Thank you, D. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody who's stuck with me till the end. It says here I got 3 viewers, so thank you 3 viewers for taking the time to listen in. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap that up now. So I have been your reader, Ozmankollects63. You can follow me on Twitter if you like. So I should have all the links in the description down below. And if you want to hear more from me, please join in the Twitter Spaces, or the X Spaces from the artist formerly known as Twitter. Every VeVe Wednesdays and VeVe weekends. So this one will be coming out, will be VeVe weekends, which will be from 8:30 till 10:30 British Standard Time, which is my time, or it'll be 12:30 to 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. Or if you're in any different time zone, you'll have to work it out yourself, because I only know those 2. Anyway, that's going to be for me. So if your Friday is just ending, so hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. So sleep tight, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. If your Friday is almost to the end, stick with it. The weekend's nearly upon you, and happy weekend, guys. And I will hopefully catch everybody either in a future episode, or I will catch you in one of the spaces. Okay, well, this has been Relax and Read. What If number 105, the first appearance of Mayday Parker. I have been your reader, Ozmankollects63, or I just go by Osmans now, which I'm better known by. And I will catch you later. All right, have a good one, guys, and take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And that's me. Bye.